Had the most delightful time, went to lunch with my husband. He happened to be off today, and we had just a fabulous time. It was wonderful. Went to a restaurant called Cafe Rio. It's a chain restaurant here in kind of the west. So delicious, highly recommend it. Well, right after that, we needed to go to the thrift store so that he could get some pants for work, and I think he was getting just some jeans too. I don't know. We parted ways when we got into the store. So what I was looking for was some really awesome, really ugly, yes, ugly, it's all in the eye of the beholder, anchor hawking or Pyrex dishware, like glassware. That's what I was looking for, because I've noticed a trend on eBay, and I follow a lot of trends on eBay. You know, I've mentioned this to you guys before. You can get on the eBay app or on just the website, and you can filter what you're looking at and see what has sold and for how much and when it sold. And then you can look at, you know, how much of it is on the market. You know, you don't want to be one of 100, you know, of that same item, because that's a lot of competition. But you can find out, oh, maybe there's only like 2 other people that have this, so maybe I can, you know, undersell them, kind of undercut their cost or something like that. Anyway, so I'd been following some trends, and so I'm in the market for really, let's not say ugly, let's say distinctive. I'm an English major. Distinctive anchor hawking and Pyrex glassware. Yes. Well, I didn't find any, and that was a bummer. And that's the second time at that particular thrift store. So I think I'm going to start branching out. And, oh, P.S., if you guys are interested in coming along with me, you know, I'm not shy. I won't mind recording while I'm in the store and doing what I'm doing. But I'm not going to do that unless it's something you guys are interested in. So if you want to come along with me the next time I go hunting at the thrift store, just leave that in the comments and let me know. If enough people say, yeah, I'm interested in that, then I will be happy to make the effort of bringing you guys along with me as I do what I do. So let me know. Comments. Your opinion counts. All right, so I thought, well, I'm not going to just waste this opportunity. I'm here. There's a lot of stuff. So I bust out my phone and I get onto the eBay app and I start looking around, you know. And I've mentioned this before, and it's something that just kind of comes to you over time. And this is with pretty much any industry or venture or anything that you endeavor to do. You start getting kind of a sense, kind of an intuition, a radar, if you will, and you just kind of know. You get these hunches, and I call it my salvager's instinct, and I'm right about 80% of the time. So what I like to do is find things that require minimal, free is best, but minimal investment that will turn around and make me a really nice profit. So I start looking at things, and, you know, certain aspects, certain qualities, certain makers, marks, different things like that kind of pop up and kind of shout out to me that, oh, you know, I've seen something like that, and milk glass, and FTP, what is that? I know there's something to that, and Fiesta ware. I remember something. Anyway, so I'll get these hunches. Okay, and so I'll grab that item and go ahead and put it in my cart. Because thrift stores can be kind of like Black Friday Walmart, really, and almost any day of the week. I mean, whoa, okay? I mean, it gets real. It gets real in the thrift stores. So you put it in your cart. You can always put it back on the shelf, and please put it back where you found it. I mean, it's courtesy. I have been guilty of not doing that a time or two, but try to put it back where you found it. Be kind. Anyway, so I put it in my cart. Then I look up that item. If I'm not sure 100%, I'll at least put the maker's mark that's on the bottom, any of the numbers or anything else, details that are, you know, marked on the bottom. If it has like a pattern around the rim of, say, a mug, I'll try to describe that pattern in the search bar, and then I'll bring up a list. And if I just tweak a few things or kind of look through what it brings up, I can usually figure out what the actual name or style or whatever brand of that product is. And then I can, you know, make my search more specific find that item, find out what it has sold for, how recently it has sold, what are people asking for it now, and how many are available. And then I'll know, oh yeah, this is, yes, that's staying in my cart, and I'm taking that home, and it only costs 50 cents, but I have the potential of making $9 off of it, so it's worth it to me. Or it's like, well, to make $2 off of it, it's not worth my time, and it's glass, and you gotta like wrap it, and squishy stuff, and it's not worth the hassle. So that goes back and will bless somebody else's life. Anyway, all of this, now let me show you the few things that I got, and I didn't get much because my husband, of course, was done before me and was then out in the car, and so he was waiting patiently. He's a gem, but I felt bad, you know. And so what I've got to do is I've got to go back on my own, sans husband and kids and anyone else and anything else. And that's when I'm thinking of bringing you guys along with me. If you want to come with me, leave it in the comments and I'll bring you along. So I did grab a few things though that I had pretty thoroughly researched, and then like one wild card that I couldn't find on eBay, but I have a hunch, I have a feeling, and it was only 50 cents, so I took a chance. I have been really sad about some things in the past that I've taken a chance on, but I never pay very much. You know, at most like $1 on something if I'm not sure. Okay, max is like $1. Unless I have eBay proof right there that this sold for $35 yesterday, then I'll pay $5. You know, be smart about it. Don't just, many people, okay, side note for just a second, then I'll show you the goods, okay? But this is important. So many people that have kind of tried starting to do what I do, which is great. I welcome you. Come, and I will lead you by the hand. But the problem is they see something and they think, oh, this has got to be valuable because it has this name or it whatever. And they don't do all their research first. And they buy up all of it that they possibly can. And they don't set a max of what they're willing to pay. But most importantly, they haven't done their research. And then they pay way too much for something that is not going to sell in a market that is flooded. And it ends up in their donation pile and goes right back to the store. Okay, so be careful, okay? It might be a popular brand, but that particular item might have been a total dud. It might not be selling for much. There might be a bazillion of that thing that though it was awesome, it's just not worth anything because there's so darn much of it available. Okay, so be careful. Otherwise, all you're doing is accumulating stuff and wasting money. And I see this happening so often and it drives me crazy. Buying and oh, it was a good deal. I get that. I love a good deal. You know I love a good deal. But not for clutter, okay? If you're buying it to resell, then you have got to resell it, all right? And you have got to keep your margins as low as possible. Your overhead, well, your margins you want to keep high. You want to be able to have lots of room, you know, to make money, but you want to keep your overhead as low as you can. Minimal investment for maximum profit. It's money, folks. All right, there's no love in money. It's just business, and you got to be smart about it. Okay, enough preaching on that. Let me show you what I got. So, and I love that they wrap everything for you. It's so nice. Crap, noisy. So I got 2 of these, and the brand, it's something from Mexico, but I can't remember what. Crescita? Yes, Crescita. Sorry. Really hard to see. Oh, Fortesia? Sorry, that took forever. Fortecresa. It's an interesting name. Fortecresa and Mexico. And this was one that I just had a feeling about. Let me see if you can see the beautiful pattern. I mean, this is gorgeous. It's purple. I hope it's showing up. It's probably showing up brown, but it's actually a really lovely purple. And it has this beautiful pattern on it and then is smooth on the inside. Anyway, I saw these amongst lots of other glass and I had a hunch, I had a feeling. And so of course I looked it up and yes, these are great. So there were 2 of them and I bought both of them. And at the register, the gal told me she had been working in the glass and she said that someone else had brought these same ones up to the register earlier that day, but then changed their mind and she herself had put them back. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. So 2 of those. And since I struck out on the Anchor Hawking and the Pyrex and whatnot, I went with an old favorite, Corning or Corel. Corningware, Corel, they have both names. I wish there had been more of these. This is the Ivy. You see that? Ivy. And it's got this fun design to it. Anyway, there's only one, but it's in good condition. Needs to be washed, but that's it. I wish there had been more. I paid 50 cents for it. Like I said, I'm going back and I'm going to try to get a collection of 4 of them, because that's the other thing. Research how many, because it's funny. People will pay sometimes more for one than they would for 4 because they only need one. Just a sec, family. Because they only need one to complete their set and they don't want all 4 that you have. So it's that kind of a thing. But then on other things, they won't buy them unless there are 2. You just never know. So you've got to do your research. And I will be going back and looking for more of these because I only got the one. What else? This was my wild card. So it is also Corning, and it's a very retro, see, an orangey kind of old school McDonald's pukey colors, you know, from like back in the day when I was a kid. There was only one, but I am going to look for more when I have more time and can go back, and I'm going to check out a couple other of the thrift stores, of the same chain of thrift stores, and see if I can find more. I could not find this one on eBay. I haven't had a chance to look it up on any other websites or just, you know, information or anything like that. So that's my wild card, but it was 50 cents. So I'm willing to take a chance on it and see what can happen. Okay. And then it's like Christmas. Merry Christmas early. There are 2 of this one. I was so happy that there were 2, but I am going to go back and see if there weren't a few more that I missed in the gazillion mugs that were there. These are also Corning, of course, and this one was 75 cents. So we're still under the $1, okay, and I did my research first. So I've got 2 of them, and they're similar to the one that had Ivy, but you guys, hush! Kids. But they have that same lovely design. They're just white with a blue rim. Anyway, very pretty, really, really nice condition. They don't look like they were ever used, just need to be washed. So a couple of these, but I am going to go back and see if I can get some more because of what I said about having the right amounts of the right one in order to get it to sell for a good price. And we'll talk more about that if you want more information about that and about eBay in general and selling and reselling and all that kind of thing on eBay. If you want more information or tutorials or whatever from my 10 years of eBay life, leave that in the comments. And if enough people request it, then I will take the time to, you know, do some eBay stuff more specifically. All right, so 2 of those. And then, okay, I was super happy about this one, if you couldn't tell. Oh, what is it? What is it? It's Fiesta Wear. So there was only one, and it has blue. And if you don't know, Fiesta Wear is incredibly collectible. I don't think I've ever seen any Fiesta Wear that didn't sell well, unless it was a flooded market and everybody and their dog had that same plate or set of bowls or whatever, and so it drove the price down. But for the most part, no, I see it selling quite well. Ideally, the best way to do this would be to have 4, a set of 4 for this in the different colors that they came in. What can I do? It's a thrift store, you know, it's the same, almost the same as dumpster diving in that it's a crapshoot. You don't know. You know, there's going to be awesome surprises, but then there's going to be disappointments, and it all kind of balances out, right? So anyway, this fabulous Fiesta Wear, I will probably, well, it depends, because I am going to go back and hunt at the thrift stores in just the next few days. And if I can quickly find some friends to go with this, then that's what I'll do. Otherwise, I will just list it on its own and go from there. We'll see. We'll see. But what I have committed to, and I mentioned this in my eBay shed video that some of you saw. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and do. But I have the whole week of Thanksgiving off from school, the entire week, including the weekend before and the weekend after. So awesome. Lots of time. I have a million things I've got to do, but I am committing the majority of my free time during Thanksgiving week, straight up focusing on eBay, getting as much of that stuff in the eBay shed listed as possible, and all of these fabulous goodies, getting all of these researched, listed, all of that, doing the work. Mimi, just a sec. You have to, when you have kids, claim time for yourself. It is vital, and they will not always like it, and you will not always feel happy about it or good about it. There's that selfish guilt feeling of just being a mom and a woman and all that. I've had to learn to demand my time. I'm just saying, okay? Just throwing that in there. Anyway, they will survive. In fact, they will flourish and they will prosper if their mom has fulfilled her own, personal needs and goals and everything, and can then devote more attention, quality attention, to her children. And then everyone's happier. Anyway, that's that. All right, so anyway, I'm going to be working on this and all of my other eBay stuff during Thanksgiving week. I will leave my eBay address either in this video, if I can figure out how to do it, or I will leave it in the description below. Again, I still, no matter what I do, any link I try to put in, it does not turn into an automatic link like it's supposed to. Somebody, one of you knows what I'm doing wrong. Please tell me. Okay, that's all I've got. I will catch all of you later. Have a fabulous evening. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye.